joining us in a bit later. It's all about the Eastern Conference. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teagan for Kyle Korver. We get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance for Mercer.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
On the court for the Pistons, Mercer in at point guard. Aaron Baines out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Jody Meeks, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Schroeder. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Mercer passes to Baines, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In the 3rd spot, the Pistons.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks. And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Yeah, you know, defense or not, good defense or not, those are shots you got to make. I mean, they're missing some easy ones.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Meeks. That one's good from the corner. Meeks got his first bucket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here's Teague. He's guarded by Meeks. Here's Schroeder. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Schroeder's got 5.
Even double team. He had the vision to see the open man.
From deep. No good trying to beat the buzzer. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Hawks lead by 9. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about...
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective in for Atlanta. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Detroit. Freak comes in for Jackson. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
On the floor for Detroit, Mercer, he's in at point guard. Harris is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2. Marcus Morris is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Pass to Drummond. And there's the feed to Harris. And it's sent back by Horford. Millsap kicks to T. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. That's 10 points in the game for Kyle Korver. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
Mercer, good, and Harris gets the assist. Mercer makes the bucket, an important momentous occasion for this young guy. Getting his first points in an NBA uniform. Millsap against Harris. Korver kicks to Teague. There's the screen. Humphries dishes to Teague. Just 5 on the clock. That's short off the rim. Pistons trail by 9. Here's Mercer. Offensive rebound. And Drummond throws it down.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Here's Mercer. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Hawks leading by 7. 54 seconds left in the first half. Here's Horford. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Mercer. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Nice work there coming off the screen. That's 12 points in the game for Kyle Korver.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Mercer. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's a good job from the foul line here. They'll need to continue to convert their chances in order to get back in. Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're
going with right now. Splitter is checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Chris Humphries. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Paul Millsap. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. Scott, good.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Freak with it. He gets it up. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the second half just about to get going here. And so it's Detroit with the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Andre Drummond.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
never sleeping, keep on waking.
Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of happiness?
The Nets play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York.
Ready to go?
Last outing for the Nets, it was a loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that was a real body. Morris is checked in for... Oliver, and Freak subbed in for Caldwell Pope.
And listen, the Nets had an up and down year on offense last season, but the one thing they always did was finish their drives. Very good at getting things to drop off the bounce. That was a strength last season.
On the floor for Detroit, Mercer, he's in at shooting guard. Tobias Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Jackson, and it's Drummond in at the center position. Here's Sloan, guarded by Jackson. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Sloan. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. Rebound, Detroit for the Nets. And they're driving. They were fantastic, Clark. Second in the league last year in field goal percentage off those drives.
And a big reason for that is the strength and size of their guards, because they all can finish in traffic, and that's how you get high shooting percentages. You have to make tough shots against contact. Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket, on time and on target.
Johnson outside. Freak with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Pass to Baines. Banked in off the glass.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Sims. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Just 5 to shoot, And Sloan kicks to Robinson. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Shot's good. Hollis Jefferson's got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Pistons leading by 4. Jackson dishes to Freak. Morris with the screen for Freak. To the paint. Morris passes to Baines. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year, eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
And looking at the Morris brothers' careers through last season, the one area they haven't been joined at the hip in is in performance. Markeith has shown steady improvement over his first 4 years. Marcus Morris has had a very up and down start to his career.
And, you know, Kevin, Marcus has talent. He has versatility. He just hasn't found his role. It's time for him to step out of his brother's shadow and really establish who he is as a player. Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Out of bounds, next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Sloan. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The big men, Tolliver and Drummond. Freak is out there with Jody Meeks, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And Jack, here we go. Here's Young. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket. You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
Now here's Freak.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
The feed to Meeks. There's the dish to Drummond. He kicks it to Meeks. 6 on the shot clock. Harris passes to Mercer. No good on the 3. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to Oklahoma City.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Drummond with a screen on Jack. Here's Mercer. Jack with the defensive effort.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Harris on the double team. Young, right side, takes it from 10, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Young's got 5 now.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
Out to Harris. Fires the 3. And 5 points in the quarter.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Screen by Young. Back to Jack. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Drummond sets the screen for Freak. Shoots from the line. The shot is off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
Young's shot is off.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And it's Freak missing.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14. Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Detroit leading by 5. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That one a little long. As I said, Greg, the Pistons were a team that showed. And so that's the end of the first half. Pistons ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far. Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Freaks checked in. Bogdanovich out there with Young. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And that one's good. Freak.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
Nets trail by 15. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He has 7. Drops in the layup for 2. Hollis Jefferson's got 9.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Jackson kicks to Freak. That 3 off the mark. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Jack dishes to Young. Jackson against Jack. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. There's the pick. Harris outside. He dishes it to Freak. Lets it go from the wing. The rebound by Young. Young's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. It's hauled in by Harris. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career-high 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Bogdanovich. And then for Detroit, Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Jody Meeks in for Harris. And here's Freak. 6 points for him. Offline from the top of the key.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Nets trail by 13. And Jack, here we go. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Sims is checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Johnson in for Jackson.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Sloan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Doubled by Mercer. Sims kicks to Sloan. Here's the screen. 5 to shoot. Here's Robinson. Here's Sims. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
They might be named after a car part, but the Pistons had a rough go of things on the road car. They just had to use it. They just couldn't stay consistent away from home.
They couldn't. Only won 14 road games, and that number is not enough to get you to the playoffs.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Jody Meeks.
And guys, for the Pistons' bad road record, a lot of it was due to their poor start on the road. Only managed to win one of their first 9 games, and that tends to take the confidence away from a young team.
And the pass to Kilpatrick. And the 3-ball is good. Kilpatrick's got 11 points.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
You know, the last thing I'll say about the Pistons on the road, typically you have to be close to 500 on the road in order to make the playoffs. The Pistons won 7 in a row at one point on the road, but by then they had fallen too far back.
Feeds it to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Johnson. The 3. Good. He's got 5.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Sloan dishes to Sims. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Sims. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pistons.
In the end, they're different. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added
Settle down.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Jackson. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
On the court for the Pistons, Mercer, he's in at point guard. Aaron Baines out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Johnson, and it's Meeks in at the 2 guard. For the 3, off on that one. And so it's the Pistons taking care of it.
The 2K Sports post-game show.